Welcome in. Now this one's going to be fun. Now obviously I can't talk about every type of terrible customer because then it'll be a marathon. You can put together a compilation on the type of customers that's terrible. And I'm very southern and a little hood. So you got to excuse my dialect on how I say things because I'm talking to you like a friend. You know what I mean? So I'm not really watching how I talk or pronounce words, but I'm only saying that because I hear the way I'm saying customers. I'm like, customer. That's how we say customers. We don't say mer. We say mug. Customers. Anyway, I got some bullet points here to help with the old memory because I digress easily. So I'm gonna go over the top 5. It ain't top 5, just the 5 for this particular video, because trust me, I'm gonna have part 1 through part infinity talking about the type of people that ain't worth shit. And yeah, I do curse, so excuse me. Okay, so the 5 that we're gonna talk about: the it's your job customer, the touch everything customer, the waiting at the door customer, camping in the store customer, using our damn restroom customer. We're gonna get into it, man. I ain't got nothing written down, so I'm just freestyling. Like I said, I'm talking to you like a friend. I'm not a professional YouTuber. This is why you can barely hear me. This is why I don't got the fly stuff popping up at you, man, making you, stick to the video. It's gonna be a boring video to watch. Sorry. Just go and put me in your ear, man. That's all I need. I don't need your eyes. I need your ears. I need your receptors. You feel me? Anyway, first customer. It's your job customer. Y'all are a piece of shit. Let me see. I'm starting off negative. Let me try to stay professional, man. So you're going to have people that do things while they're in the store that you're going to find is unmoral, rude, and whatever you want to call it. And it's because these are people that like to say, well, it's your job. Don't worry about picking that up, baby. It's their job. Fuck you. And why am I saying F you? Because they can't. When we on the clock, we can't. And it's a lot easier to say F you instead of trying to teach an old dog new tricks. Because we already know people are set in their ways. You can't expect people to suddenly become a better person just because they stepped in a store. Not everybody was raised with manners. You know what I mean? Not everybody had a hard, strict ass grandma making you hate her. Hate her. But, not everybody was taught about having manners and being considerate of other people. Because let me tell you, I hate people, but I'm still considerate. I hate the fact that I'm considerate. I wish I was a straight up asshole. In and out. I'm just halfway asshole. I wish I was a full circle ass. That's so crazy. Anyway, so you're going to have a lot of people, especially these women with their kids, and their kids are terrible. They don't know how to teach them how to act in public. So their house dirty if their kids is alright just picking stuff up, leaving it on the floor, and you feel no shame. That's the thing about my grandma. We grew up in the projects. The real hood, really getting government cheese, government, all that whatnot, some real stuff, not these suburban areas in Houston where they calling it the hood. Man, come on. If you got these boys standing in the houses talking about hood, man, stop. Anyway, you got people who just let their kids throw stuff on the floor and leave it. They leave shit, and they gonna literally have the nerve to say, well, it's your job. I don't want to freestyle this because I ain't got nothing but bad stuff to say. So I guess in this video, we're just both venting on that shit. Ain't that crazy? It's your job. So what that mean when I'm not working? I'm supposed to keep my emotions in check about what you did because that happened while I was at work. See, that's the thing about people. People so fake. And they do stuff because they know you not free willy. That's why I can't stand people that's constantly getting into it with you while you at work and they not. To me, that's like entrapment. That's like a police doing thug stuff, but not letting us know he a police. That's entrapment. Don't be trying to get into it with people at work when you know they can't get down the way they want to. Now, unless they tripping, oh yes, please believe. There's a lot of people while they at work be on that bull, and you need to serve them properly. Trust me. You got my blessing on that one. But that whole it's your job thing, let's not do that. Cause see, it's not your job in life to make someone else's job hard. It's just called being considerate, man. The whole world would be a whole lot better off if everyone was considered. If everyone had Southern hospitality, the old school Southern hospitality. Now let's get into the second one. The touch everything custom. What's my problem with y'all? These wasn't made to touch everything. See, it's some people that's very meticulous on how they put stuff. You know, especially people like me who every vibe in them is ripping at them when something's just slightly off. You know what I mean? Like if I'm putting stuff together, for some reason I just gotta have it symmetrical. Then you got people that do shit like this. Go take your bored ass on somewhere. This ain't a place for you bored ass people. If you're bored, go to the library, touch a book. Damn. Don't come in stores just touching shit because you ain't got enough sense to put it back. Like, damn, how stupid can you be to just pick something up and not realize you should put it back how you found it? Y'all ain't nothing but old ass children. Man, and don't even get me started on the children. Shit. So yeah, you got to touch everything, customers. I mean, depending on where you work, that hit different. Like, I worked at a lot of shoe stores. They gotta touch shoes. You know, you can't be too mad. You gotta touch a shoe. Worst part is they gotta put it on the floor just to try it on. So it's like, working at shoe stores hit way different. That's why a long time ago, I had got an interview. I never worked at a grocery store in my life. I'm lying. I worked at H-E-B for a week, but they had me in the parking lot getting baskets. So that's why I literally don't feel like I worked at a grocery store. Anyway, I got an interview at, it's not Whole Foods. It was before Whole Foods. What's the other one? Sprouts. I had got an interview from Sprouts. And this was the first time I got an interview from a guy. And honestly, I was thinking this was going to be even smoother because it was a guy. And when I tell you this dude was being low-key disrespectful, because I never had grocery store experience, sitting there, it was like, I mean, and this is exactly how he was looking at my resume. He was like, I mean, I see you worked in retail, but it's not like grocery stores. Like, how hard can that be? Are you fucking serious, you fucking simp? I remember what he looked like. It was a light-skinned black dude. But he didn't look like this light-skinned black dude. Trust me, he was one of them simps. Boy, ain't nobody throwing potatoes on the floor to see how it fit. Ain't nobody grabbing corn and canned goods and throwing them around like basketballs with their children. So what are you talking about? Ain't nobody got to clean up a grocery store. It hits way different working in one of these closed retail stores. So stop like that. That still pisses me off to this day how that boy handled me. And he didn't hire me. If you really put your thought behind it, why would he hire me? Why would he hire somebody that's just off top better than him? Like, so, whatever, man. But I don't even know why I was getting on that. Oh, just to say it hits different in the shoe stores. You know, shoe stores, clothes stores, what have you. Trust me. Trust me. That shit hit different when they just have to touch everything. Just to give you a prime example, yo. When I was working at Burlington, one of the many situations, let me get into it, people. But this one hit different because this was probably the first time I went about it. It still wasn't professional, but from my standard, that was very professional. It was an Asian dude. Depending on what time of day it was, I'll let you slide, not hanging that shit up. But man, when it's like 2 hours before the store closed, I don't give a damn how it come off. Customer service, that shit cut off a while back. 2 hours before the store closed, miss me. Anyway, Asian dude. I was working in the men's department. I was over the men's department at that time. Pull the shirt up. You know how they do. Matter of fact, boom. pulled the shirt up, took it off the hanger, doing all this extra shit. And what'd he do? And walks his ass off. See, here's the thing. You gotta understand, man. You don't know people. You don't know what now person done been through who you doing that in front of. They got guys out there that got back pay rage. Stuff that they've been raging out in their head since they was a child. Stuff that they've been raging out about in their head with their wife. Stuff that you just can't put out in the open no more because you're supposed to be all mature and you got to learn to endure a lot of shit. But then you get certain people that want to mess around. So now you're getting your ass beat or you're getting your ass talked to crazy and you're wondering why you being so emotional because you did some disrespectful shit to a person that has a lot of stuff already going on with them. You feel me? That's why. But anywho, so when he do that, I say some slick shit. I go, excuse me, sir. Since it seems too difficult for you to put that back on the hanger, you mind not taking any shirts off? And when I said it, he didn't say shit, but he grabbed it and hung it back and he put it back all aggressively and shit. Like, nigga, don't be a little, damn, see, I got me tripping. I damn sure said I wasn't going to drop them N-bombs on here. But that's how we talk when we comfortable. You already know that. Excuse me. But, yeah, you know, and that's not a way you should go about it, especially if you were, you green, you still new at a store. Like, if that person would have complained, then, yeah, you would have got a talking to. And more than likely, the manager probably would have been like, we know, it's not right when they do that, but we can't, and all that whatnot. So, anywho, that's a touch everything customer, man. Stop touching every damn thing. Keep your hands to yourself, man. It's like a car place. Would you ask for a test drive in a car that you know you can't afford? You probably would. Anyway, third one. The waiting at the door customer. Now, what I mean by that, you got to have a morning shift to understand. People that are pulling up to your job before the store even open. Damn. That hit different, man. I'm sorry. No matter what job I worked at, that used to get under my skin, man. Because it's like, now you're looking at like customers mean go time. Why are y'all already at the door and we ain't even open yet? Damn. And then what's crazy is they expect you to be all, morning, young. Like, man, I'm about to unlock this door and keep it moving. I ain't about to hold it for y'all, man. Get the fuck on, you know what I mean? And then what kills me is they have questions. Man, you done sat in your car long enough. Whatever question you got, you could ask Google. And this little bitty ass store. If you don't know what you're looking for, you are definitely at the wrong store. Definitely, man. Do not take your ass into these $5 dollar store, all these cheap stores. Still, do you have the man? What we got is what we got. Now, I don't treat people like that because me, I'm all about how you came at me. I'm a very strong admirer of people that realize by saying, excuse me, you get help. Nowadays, people don't know how to say excuse me. They'll just come up talking. Just come up asking you a question like you ain't doing something, like you ain't possibly had some thoughts going on in your head, and they just get to talking. Boy. And right now, what's popping in society? What's that crap all these kids going crazy over? I should know. Because every damn Tuesday and Thursday, we got to deal with that. It ain't squishmallows, because that's what everybody and their mama was popping over last year. Whatever these, it's dumplings. Dumplings. You got all these crazy ass parents bringing their crazy ass kids 9 in the morning to buy some damn dumplings. When I was in the 6th grade, I had a math teacher named Miss Chantaplin. She was hella mean. Stupid mean, boy. Like we didn't know what Nazis and shit was back then, but now, like, oh yeah, she definitely would have been like one of them. But she was Asian, but mean. Anyway, Miss Chantaplin, she used to give these awards if you did good, and they were balloons filled with powder. I know, right? That shit sound crazy these days. A balloon filled with powder, man. But That's what these dumplings are, cuz. That's what these dumplings are. It's just that. It's just powder or slime wrapped in some latex. And y'all going out of y'all mind for y'all kids to buy this crap, man. And then you got these other people who coming in to resell it. These old bummy ass looking people like we don't know who you are and what you doing. So now they had to put a limit on dumplings. But these are the people that's waiting at the door first thing in the morning. And they wonder why we just like not trying to be bothered with them, man. Honestly, I hate seeing people that constantly come in the store. Like normals or what you call them. Like if you cool, alright. But I don't know. I just got this thing about people that you see at the store all the time when you a full timer. Like I shouldn't see you more than I see coworkers type shit, you know. But anywho, so you got the it's your job people, the touch everything people, the waiting at the door people. We got two more, man. Camping in the store. Now what I mean by that? People that have been in the store for like 3 goddamn hours. I can't tell you how aggravated I used to be where I see somebody in the store for a long ass time. I go take a lunch. And when I'm on lunch, I forget everything that occurred unless something really triggered me. But I forget everything and everybody. And when I come back from lunch, that same person is still in this. It makes me feel like I ain't even take a lunch. And then they just be bullshitting, bro. That's what another thing that aggravates me, how a person can judge someone who likes to do, you know, little nerdy things like read books or play computer games or just play video games or just kiddie shit. They'll look at that type of person and be like, you doing nothing with your life. But these are the same people who's okay spending hours in a store. So that's doing something with your life. That's why I say leave people alone, man. To each their own. It's the reason we're called individuals. Because we ain't never going to like what the next person like, man. Like, to each their own. As long as you ain't being disrespectful, inconsiderate, then you should be alright. But you got all these people that love to spend most of their time in the store. Dudes, too. And be the main ones taking all these pictures like they doing something with their life. Alright, yo. I'm over that shit, man. I know you not. Especially if you're in your 20s, 30s, whatnot. I feel you. You know, especially the way social media is these days. Whatever. But just letting you know, that camping in the store shit, cut that out, man. Cut that out. Nobody wants to keep seeing you while they're working. And then they feel like because they've been in there a long time, they comfortable enough to just talk about stupid shit with you. Like, man, get out of here, bro. I ain't looking for somebody to make time go by talking to me at work like that, man. I'm good. Now let's talk about one more. Using our restroom. I got a problem with that. When I worked at Payless, that was the only company that, and I still thinks about this, that was the only company that had a restroom rule when it comes to customers. And it's because they were smart. They realized our restroom isn't a public restroom. To go to our restroom, you got to go in our back area. Same way with Five Below. At Payless, the rule was, unless you're pregnant, I feel like it was something else. Maybe with a kid, I don't know. But I know for sure, unless you're pregnant, nah, go use somebody else's restroom. And the Payless I work with wasn't even in a strip. It was, I'm lying, it wasn't a strip, but it wasn't like other stores and stuff. It was next to a pool supply, a Charlie sub, you know, so. And we still was telling people, nah, you're not using our restroom. Five Below, anybody and their mama can just walk back there, walk right past the break room. Hell, we had a break-in with the store 2 weeks ago. I should do a video talking about that. Yeah, a real break-in. Using saws and all that to try to get through the... And yeah, they were successful. Well, you know, we'll talk about that another time. But anybody and their mama could come use our restroom. And I've never been okay with that. Especially, it gets on my nerve when dudes will come straight in the store and the first thing they're looking for is the restroom. That pisses me off. Because one, that lets me know you need to take a shit. We have one toilet for men, one toilet for women. How many women you think see this one and just go to it? All of them. All of them. I hate the fact that we even got a shadow restroom because to keep it real, I need an area to get away. And our break area ain't what's up. At that Five Below, the break area is not a break area whatsoever. Whatsoever. Don't you dare think you taking a break unless nobody's back there, that little bitty ass space. Ugh, getting aggravated talking about it. And I should be at work right now. These hoes is messing up the program, man. So, another thing about using the restroom, as long as I've been working at that Five Below, they don't clean that restroom daily. They probably clean it like once a week, if that. And as you probably know, people are nasty. Nasty. Especially when you start letting the mixed, letting the women use the men and whatnot. Because I'm going to say it, dudes is nasty, but women is nastier, especially when it comes to that restroom stuff. And then what kills me is y'all should be the cleanest, because no matter what you doing in there, your ass got to hit that seat. I know some of y'all like to put the little stuff down or what have you, but that ain't really doing nothing if you ask me, man. So y'all should be the main ones. If you gonna use our stuff, you know what I mean? But anyway, you also gotta watch that restroom shit, because a lot of these dudes be in there stealing. Where we at is a shit ton of homeless people. Shit ton of homeless people is around that area. So they're constantly going in the restroom, washing themselves. They're gonna be in there for 30, 40 minutes washing themselves completely in the sink. Think about that as far as sanitary. Being there stealing. I got into it with a dude. He literally called the police on me at Five Below. I'll probably say that for his own little story, whatnot, man. Yeah. Man. So we just here venting about these whack ass customers, man. I didn't mean for this to go over 20 minutes, especially with me only talking about 5 things. But hopefully you can relate to some of this and it tickled you. You know, if none of this made sense to you, then it's probably because you ain't work retail and you're listening to this because you getting into it. Yeah. You're going to run into these variations of ops. You know what I mean? The word customer ain't what it used to mean back in the day. So that's why I don't mind calling anybody and everybody customers, even the fuckers that steal it. Yeah, y'all all customers. Leeches. Leave me be. Anyway, man. If you had work today, I hope you had a good day, and I hope you have a good day. I hope nobody pisses you off, and I hope you have a very passive day. If you see somebody nice, smiling for no reason, smile back. All right? We need more people like that in the world. I'm not a smiley person, but I will die for a smiley person. Like, I love positive people. All right? We need more people like that. So, keep it real. Stay quiet. Stay safe. Take care.